So I wanted to show you how to use the monohybrid cross template. You are expected to know this template off by heart and to be able to use it in an exam situation. Let's use the example from Mendel's experiments of the pods and their color. Here you can see over on the right the yellow and the green pods. So, characteristic, what are we looking at? We are looking at the color of the seed pod. Now we need to pick a key. If they don't give you a key in the exam, you can pick any letter you like. Don't pick an S, don't pick an L, don't pick an I, because those are easy to confuse between, or an X even, between capital and small letter. So let's use B, and we'll use capital B will be green because that's the dominant color, and our small b will be yellow because that's the recessive. Okay, now if we look at these, you can see that one is green and one is yellow. And you are told there, that's the phenotype, what it looks like physically. And you are told in this little diagram that they are true breeding, which means that the green one must be homozygous dominant and the yellow one must be, sorry, I've used the G's now, is homozygous dominant, and the yellow one is therefore homozygous recessive. They are true breeding. Okay, you literally write the word meiosis. So for writing the word meiosis, and over here for writing the word fertilization, for those two together, you get a mark. And likewise, for indicating P1 and F1 together, you get a mark for those two. P1 means parental generation. F1 refers to filial or child or offspring generation. Okay. So meiosis occurs. Now, remember back in meiosis, during anaphase 1, for each parent, the homologous pair of chromosomes is separated. So if this is my cell with my spindle fibers, like so, if I have a chromosome sitting there and a chromosome sitting there, and this one has the capital B gene on it, and this one has the capital B gene on it, when anaphase occurs, those two will be separated from one another, meaning that eventually I will end up with, at the end of meiosis 1, I will have two cells, one of which will have that chromosome and the other one will have the other chromosome. Okay, so during meiosis, our zygotes end up with only one copy of each gene. So the gametes over here will either have the capital B or they will have the capital B. It's very simple. The yellow ones, when the yellow ones go through meiosis, their gametes will either have the little b or the little b for exactly the same reason. Okay, now we need to put that into this table thing, and the table thing is called a Punnett Square. You don't need to label it because we all know what it is, but that's how you spell it. All right, so one parent goes across the top, one parent goes down the side. So we fill in what the genes are that are present in our two gametes. So this will be parent 1 over here. Let's say that's the male, and this one over here, let's say, will be the female. Okay. Fertilization occurs. Now, because fertilization is random, you don't know which gametes will fertilize together. So we do all the combinations. So if capital B from the father and small b from the mother come together, you're going to get that. Likewise, if the other capital B fertilizes with that first small b, you're going to get that. If the first capital B fertilizes the second small b, you're going to get that. And if the second capital B fertilizes with the second small b, you're going to get that. Now in this case, you kind of think it's stupid, it's duplication, whatever, but it becomes more important when you have heterozygous individuals. Okay, so bear with me. All right, so here we have now our 4 possible outcomes. Okay, so what is their genotype? Their genotype of the first filial generation, of the first generation of offspring, is 100% big B, small b. Notice I haven't converted that back into colors yet because the question is for the genotype is 100% big B, small b. What does that look like physically? What is their phenotype? Remember that you only need one capital letter to have the dominant trait. And so because they all have a capital letter, they are all 100% the same color. And if we go back, what is the capital B? The capital B is green, so they are 100% green pods. Okay, so that is how you use the template.